I love this movie. You do such a great job in it. And I'm wondering if you can tell me what was it that attracted you to the script the most?
I mean, there were so many factors in this movie. I think it's, you know, one of my number ones was the fact that she's so dedicated to classical music, and I thought that was a beautiful thing to see and for young adults to see, and also the fact that she really pursues her dreams, and she doesn't really let anyone take her off course. You know, she doesn't allow anyone to tell her she can't go to Juilliard, anyone to tell her that she should stay in Portland. She just follows what she thinks is the best idea.
So music is a big part of this picture. Do you play a musical instrument in real life?
You know, I've had a piano my entire life in my house. I've had a guitar my entire, life, but I just haven't had the time to, actually learn it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm you know, I have been traveling with my guitar and, teaching myself slowly, but
Nice.
it's a lot harder than it looks.
It is.
You know,
I
everyone's like, oh, you can just teach yourself, you know, and then I get down there and I'm like, I can't strum, and I don't know what it means, and it's just confusing and weird.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because a lot of people say, oh, it's so easy.
Yeah,
but
it's so
it isn't.
easy,
It
and I'm
takes
nah.
years to
I have
learn, yeah.
huge fingers. I can get all the way
that's
across,
good.
but
That's good.
it's just not as easy as everyone
Yeah,
says.
no.
They're just liars.
So did you get training on how to look like you're playing the cello then?
I did, yeah. I trained for 4 or 5 months on it, but I had an amazing double named Hagen Day who was great and made me look so cool, you know. But it's, you know, classical instruments are definitely not even like guitars. You can't just strum it and make a chord. You know, there's no frets, there's no nothing. You're trying to figure out spatially, you know, compared to where your chin is and where your nose is, and it's it's a wild thing to learn, and it's really hard.
Yeah.
Because you can get the right finger placement, but you can't get the sound out of it.
Right.
It takes a while to find the exact right note and the way you need to lay your bow, and
Yeah.
it has a lot to do.
So in the movie, your character's favorite music is classical. I'm wondering, what's your favorite music in real life?
Genre? I mean, I don't really have I'm not I don't know. I don't really discriminate with music, you know what I mean? I pretty much listen to anything and everything, you know? I love classical music. I also love alternative music. I also love, pop music. I also love, you know, techno-y kind of music. So I'll listen to pretty much anything. I'll go to any live concert, really.
Okay. Yeah. And what was your biggest challenge in playing this role?
It's so hard because the whole movie was a challenge, to be honest, because, you know, A, we had to make this beautiful love relationship, which is always so interesting to try and capture on screen. And then B, I had to show this, you know, this girl who is just crestfallen over her family being lost. And I think, you know, what was harder for me was trying to do the love story, to be honest, just to really perfect that and make that so honest and genuine. Because there's nothing worse than watching a movie where two people are supposed to be in love and you're you totally don't love each other at all, you know?
Yeah.
You know, you gotta have to make that relationship real. And Jamie and I think we really did it.
You really did it. Yes, definitely. You've played so many different types of girls.
Yeah.
A tough girl like Mindy McCready, and then an introvert like Carrie. And I'm wondering which character that you've played so far has been the closest to you in real life?
Probably Mia, actually, because she is really dedicated to classical music, and I'm really dedicated to my job. And she's pretty much an introvert a little bit, you know what I mean? She's pretty shy. And, you know, when I'm around people my age, I'm really shy.
Okay.
Which is shocking. Yeah,
Yes,
I'm really
it is.
comfortable with adults, but you put me around teenagers and I don't know what to do with myself. I'm just hey guys, I'm an actor. You know what I mean? I don't know what to say or do, and it's just weird.
Interesting.
Yeah, I get really nervous around kids my age.
All right.
I don't know why.
You filmed this in BC.
Yeah.
And you've been in Canada for over the past 2 years for quite a few films,
lot.
right?
Yes.
So I'm wondering, what's your favorite thing about Canada?
Gosh, I think Toronto's my favorite city in Canada, actually.
Cool.
Probably for the food, actually. I think some of the best Italian food I've ever had has been here in Toronto. But I love how clean it is. It's really clean. And I just like being able to, you know, walk down a sidewalk that is, really well manicured.
Yeah.
And, I just feel really safe. It's really great.
Nice.
Yeah.
And have you ever had to do an accent for a movie?
Yeah, I mean, in Hugo, I was British.
That's
so,
right. Okay.
yeah.
I'm wondering, if you were asked to do a Canadian accent, would you be able to do one, or do you notice any kind of accent?
What a
from
boot.
Canadians? No, seriously. Do Canadians really say that?
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah,
Okay.
for sure. like for sure. Like yeah, there's actually I just had an interviewer like a couple minutes ago, and he was like super Canadian, like real Canadian. You know, I think it's just a bit more like, hey, oh, how you doing? You know. It can get kind of like Nova Scotia-y. Where it's just like
yeah,
kinda,
well, they have a different
it
accent.
can get close to like, Nova Scotia. And you're like, okay.
Maybe he was from Nova Scotia.
Maybe he was. Nova Scotia.
Okay. One last question. What's next for you? Are you filming any more in Canada or what's coming up?
I just did a play at the beginning of the year with Steven Soderbergh and Scott Burns called The Library. And then I'm about to start filming Fifth Wave with Jay Blakeson directing it and Sony making it. So, yeah.
Excellent. We're looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking to us today.
Of course.